Finally, I scored a console. Welcome to Techie Housewife. My name is Amy Vishwanatha, and today I want to talk to you about how to score an Xbox Series X or a PS5. As you all know, since the release of the new consoles, Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, I have been trying to get my hands on one. We started out with the ever-loved online grabs, where they did the drops. And of course, those turned out to be online flops because of all the nonsense with the bots that kept stealing all the consoles. You can watch my video of you versus Walmart and PS5 for that experience. I'll link that below for you. We have followed BrickSeek, PopFinder, which doesn't include Walmart. We've even interviewed people GameStop camping over Thanksgiving weekend. You can catch that video in the description below. And we've also visited numerous Walmart stores according to their inventory in BrickSeek. So, after all these things, what worked? How did I get my hands on the Xbox Series X console, you ask? Let me tell you. BrickSeek has been our best friend over the last few days. For those of you who do not know BrickSeek, I will have a link below for them. Over the last few days, we've noticed that the trend where 6 consoles would come in and then they would disappear from inventory after there was a drop stopped. What was happening was once the stock came in, they were only dropping 1 or 2 at a time. And for all of us who've tried getting them online, we know that just does not happen. It's impossible to get them online. So for the stores that we saw this happening at, we would call and talk to the associate in electronics. A couple of the stores said they didn't have any. A couple of the stores said they did put them out and they did sell them. Then there were a couple of stores that said that the 1 or 2 that were in stock were for online orders that had been purchased. I'm still not too sure if that's true, because once something is paid for, shouldn't it be pulled out of stock automatically? Like when all those irritating bots emptied all of our carts. Sorry, I'll try not to go there again. Then, a couple days ago, we got a call from a really, really good friend who said, I just got a PS5, there's 1 left, hurry, run to the store. So we jumped in the car, we drove to the store, and once we got in there, they said that they had just sold the last one like 2 minutes before we arrived. They said that he was probably still in the store. Of course, we didn't think about Jingle All the Way where they chased the lady in the fur coat with the last Turbo Man in the store. We would never do that. After speaking to some associates in different electronic departments, we found that some stores are getting Xbox Series X consoles and putting them on the shelf for sale. And they are getting them in much more than they are getting PlayStation 5 consoles. Those are very sporadic, and your guess is as good as mine when they're coming in. But the Xbox Series X consoles have been coming into stores with the quantities of about 2 to 6. So your best bet is, if you're looking for a console you want to play right now, you're more likely to get the Xbox Series X console. Now, I will tell you exactly how we got this last night. So here's what you need to do. Number 1, check BrickSeek for inventory at local Walmarts near you. And I say Walmart because it's probably one of the only stores where you will be able to get a console these days, with the exception of some GameStops and maybe a couple random stores here and there. So you're looking for any Walmart that has some type of an inventory. What you need to do is go to that store. Don't call the store because the majority of the time you will probably get a runaround. Number 2, when you speak to a person in electronics, be respectful and nice to them. None of your problems are their fault. They have spoken to hundreds of people over the phone and in person who have been very rude and angry with them for something that they did not make happen. What we have found is if we're respectful and nice, that they appreciate that and they are more willing to be helpful to you. Number 3, be prepared. When you go into the store, you should already have the barcode pulled up from BrickSeek. This will save you the time of going through your phone and making the employee wait for you to find it. If there are no consoles on the floor, what you need to do after you've talked to the employee for a while, ask if there's any way they can scan that for you, just to double check. What that will do is it will pull up what shipments they are expecting, if it's in transit already, and how many consoles they will be getting. This will help them find delivery information for the next batch of deliveries, which they get every few days. Number 4, ask the right questions. Ask the employee when shipments normally arrive and what time they normally unload them. Then ask what time they normally put them out on the shelves. A couple of Walmarts that we've talked to said they normally get the shipments in the morning, they unload about 1 p.m., then they sometimes put on the floor at about 7 p.m. or the next morning first thing, like about 7 a.m. Now remember, if you're very nice and respectful towards them, they will most likely be forthcoming with all that information, because they really do appreciate when you're understanding and you speak kindly to them. They've been getting yelled at by people constantly over this situation. So those are the 4 steps to help you score your console. It worked for us. So yesterday we visited 2 Walmarts. We did this because we saw that out of all the Walmarts that were listed, only these 2 showed limited stock. Everybody else was out of stock. Limited stock normally means they have 1 or 2 left in stock. When we got to the first one, she said they were out of stock, but they were hopefully expecting a delivery the next day, which would be today. We talked to her for a few minutes, and she had been a little irritated and standoffish at first because she'd been asked so many times. But once we talked for a while, we asked her if she would just go ahead and scan the barcode to see if something might be coming in sooner or if she could get a time. And when she scanned it, she saw that it was not in transit yet, so she could not really guarantee that the shipment would be there today. The scanning of the barcode is very important. And also that shows that if you're respectful and nice and understanding, then they are more helpful. We then made our way to the second one that was showing limited stock. I will tell you this, the guy there was super nice. He was very helpful right off the bat. And he also generally felt bad that he didn't have it there for us. And he had sold the last one. But without having to show him a barcode or ask any questions, he told us a truck had come in. It would be unloaded about 1, and he would probably be stocking them around 7. And that if we would come back to the store in the evening and call a little bit before we got there, he would let us know whether or not they were still there. So we made our way to that store that evening. And we called, it was a little bit after 7, we were running late, but we called, we said, hey, we're almost there. Do you still have them in stock? He said, yes, I'm just getting ready to bring them out. And we were like, we'll be there in 5 minutes. So we got there, ran back, and we saw this. So that is how we scored Xbox Series X console. Patience, kindness, and a love for the adventure of finding the console. The hunt is all part of the fun. And even if you don't score that console, you've met new people, you've talked to new people, and hopefully you've been able to be kind to somebody who's had numerous people be jerks to them all day. That's all for this video. If you found a really good way to score a console, please leave that in the comments below. I know we would all love to find out how you did it. If you've enjoyed today's video, please hit like and subscribe. Also, you can hit the little bell icon and you will be notified anytime any new content is uploaded. Don't forget, I am going to be giving away a Game & Watch Mario Brothers edition to 1 lucky person. I will link that video in the description below so you can find out how you can possibly win that. And as always, have a game-tastic day. Hi, my name is oh my word, this is gonna go really well tonight, I can tell.